Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, July 16th. The hottest stretch of the summer so far continues here in the Mid-Atlantic region, and it continues to look like this may end up being the hottest week of the summer, as there are certainly some signs for relief in sight from this current heat wave. Over the weekend, a cool front will drop in from the north and west, and even longer term, there's some indications of a cooler than normal weather pattern here in the eastern part of the country for the latter part of July and perhaps even into August as well. In fact, we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment or two. For today, however, and right through Friday, certainly hot and humid with highs in the mid to upper 90s up and down the I-95 corridor. Large part of the cause of this heat wave can be seen right here in the very latest 500 millibar map. Just a strong upper level ridge sitting on top of surface high pressure here in the eastern part of the country. Meanwhile, out in the south central U.S. there's still remnants of a upper level low. It's kind of an interesting feature because it actually started way back in the eastern states over the weekend and just retrograded all the way back to the south and west, and it's keeping this part of the country out here much cooler than normal. In fact, yesterday Waco, Texas had the lowest maximum July temperature ever, while the eastern states were baking here under the influence of this strong upper level ridge. Well, we showed this map yesterday. It's from the Penn State EWOL site. It's the current temperature departure from normal, and again it shows what happened yesterday morning at this time with lots of well above normal temperatures here in the northeastern quadrant of the country, thanks again in large part to the high pressure throughout the all levels of the atmosphere. Meanwhile, out in the middle part of the country, well below normal here in northern Texas and even into eastern Colorado. And again, yesterday they had some unusually cool conditions for this time of the year, with Waco, for example, registering the lowest high temperature ever for the month of July. This kind of pattern may continue for another day or two. Certainly the above normal temperatures here in the Mid-Atlantic region will continue right into the weekend. Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there is some hope for cooler weather patterns setting up here in the Mid-Atlantic region. This is output from a NOAA model, kind of a seasonal forecasting model or a longer range forecasting model called the coupled forecast system. Happens to be CFS version 2 right here. And what we're looking at is temperature anomalies for the next couple of weeks. This is for the period July 20th to the 24th of July, and this is July 22nd all the way to 28th of July. Notice here, the green here represents cooler than normal throughout the eastern part of the country in this time period, and go a little bit farther out, also below normal temperatures here in the eastern part, the northeastern part of the country, towards the second half of July. So again, a cool front will approach the Mid-Atlantic I-95 corridor late in the day on Saturday. Perhaps some strong thunderstorms associated with it, and certainly cooler by Sunday. And this is indicating there certainly are signs for it to stay cooler than normal for a good part of the second half of the month of July. Well, while we're using this longer range forecast model from NOAA called the CFS version 2, let's look at the month of August. And indeed, this is the forecast for temperature anomalies during the month of August, and it continues to have, in this case, blue here represents below normal temperatures throughout much of the Great Lakes region, the Mid-Atlantic region, for the entire month of August. So there's certainly some hope for those that do not enjoy this hot and humid, way above normal type of pattern we're in. Again, it looks like this will be the hottest stretch, certainly of the summer so far, and very likely this 5, 6, 7 day period this week will be the could very well turn out to be the hottest stretch all summer long. Well, let's kind of focus ahead on the weekend frontal passage. Certainly very hot and humid right through Friday with plenty of sunshine each day. As the week progresses, there will be kind of an increase in chances for some thunderstorm activity. An isolated thunderstorm possible Thursday afternoon, a little better chance on Friday, and definitely by Saturday later in the day especially there will be some showers and thunderstorms associated with the frontal system. This is the forecast map for Friday evening from last night's 0Z GFS model run. By this time the cool front is coming through the Great Lakes region. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity associated with it. Still southwesterly flow of hot and humid air here in the Mid-Atlantic region with, again, a chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Friday afternoon. High temperatures up in the 90s again on Friday. Let's now jump ahead to Saturday evening. And here's the surface map forecast for Saturday evening from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. By this time, that cool front is approaching the East Coast. Decent amount of shower and thunderstorms here put out by the GFS model associated with its frontal system. Again, it's especially the latter part of the day, maybe late in the afternoon and evening. There are likely to be showers and some thunderstorms, and some of those storms could certainly turn out to be strong as this cool front moves towards the East Coast. Saturday will be kind of a transitional day, temperature-wise, still most likely reaching 90, perhaps the low 90s up and down the I-95 corridor. Not quite as hot as what is expected on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And even cooler weather will follow on Sunday. Let's jump ahead to the latter part of the weekend. And here it is, the forecast map for Sunday evening. Definitely relief in sight. Another Canadian-born high-pressure system here will have an effect on our weather by early next week. By this time, the frontal system is off the East Coast. Cooler air is moving in, and in fact, it looks like Sunday's high temperatures will most likely be confined to the low to mid 80s throughout the I-95 corridor, as opposed to the mid to upper 90s that we'll experience over the next few days. So relief is in sight, but we are still several days to go here in the hottest stretch of the summer. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.